welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Day. I'm your host, Michael Lemmo, and we're doing this one early today, so I'm still waking up. But we have a really cool guitar for Flat Top Friday, and we're also going to do a spec check with Brandon Soriano.
Yo!
Hey!
What's up, Brandon?
Oh, you know, just doing it up. You gotta wake up, Mike.
I do have to wake up.
Lemmo!
It was a late night last night.
Yeah, for me too, God.
Yeah, so half a guitar of the day is asleep.
I know.
But that's okay.
I'm feeling energized.
Yeah, that's what we get spec checked today.
Yes.
And we know Brandon will bring it. So what do we got?
Oh, I'll bring it. Today, we've got arguably one of the best acoustic guitars ever made. I think Norm would say that. This, from 1958, is a Gibson J-185.
Wow.
Wow.
These guitars are iconic if you know about them. So that's sort of the catch. These are not Gibson's most well-known acoustic model. I think when most people think of Gibson acoustics, they're probably picturing a J200 or a J45, something of that nature. The J185 is a hidden gem in the world of Gibson acoustics. These guitars were only produced in the 1950s, just for about a decade. They introduced it in 1951 originally, and as the story goes with this model, it wasn't that well marketed on Gibson's part, and so they never actually sold that many of them in the 50s, and therefore they didn't really make all that many of them either. But when you do find one, they're freaking phenomenal. They're such good guitars. This body size, if you can't tell without like a reference point, it's sort of like a shrunken down J200. So it's got that kind of like concert thing going on with the shape as opposed to a dreadnought shape, but it's not as big as what you might expect from a jumbo guitar or specifically a Gibson J200. When we flip it over, this is maple back and sides.
Wow.
And there's flame going on this guy. This is old maple. It's really opened up over the years. The sound is phenomenal. It's a Sitka spruce top. The J185s have this particular bridge with the Maltese crosses, is what they call those, as well as this nice kind of extravagant pick guard. Doesn't have a design on it, but the shape is kind of fancy. And then you're looking at split parallelogram inlays on the neck, which I love to see. I think those look really good. You flip it over and you've got a burst on the neck as well, which I love.
Wow.
Really, really cool finish job on this
beautiful
thing. Both at the heel and at the headstock, there's that sort of darkened burst thing going on. Gold hardware, of course, and we already saw the insane maple on the back and sides. So these guitars are amazing for versatility. So when you think dreadnought guitar or J200 guitar, usually you might be thinking of like strumming. When you picture something smaller, like a concert-sized guitar, you might be thinking about finger picking. This is right in the middle. It literally is like a medium-sized guitar, and it's so versatile. You can finger pick, you can strum, you can play quiet, you can play loud, and it takes it all. It never really collapses in on itself like some acoustics can if you play them too hard, but also it's sensitive enough that you can play it quietly, and really just a phenomenal instrument. The Everly brothers eventually based their Gibson signature model guitars off of the J185. They changed the bridge, they added double pick guards, but essentially the Everly brothers signature model is a J185. Norm says this is his favorite Gibson acoustic. Our guy Nick says that. After I started working here and I learned about these, I think I'm tempted to say the same thing. And the guys who know about these really love them, like cult classic guitar. This is the original case, pink interior, brown exterior. And this one is from 1958, so right at the end of the original runs of these. Incredibly hard guitar to find, and when you do, it's even harder to find it in good playable shape, and so this is a gem. Any acoustic collector out there should really, look for a J185. These things are awesome. Little strap button hole there. And besides that, I don't really think there's much else to say about it.
No.
The thing is killer. So Mike is going to play it for us. I'm gonna grab a chair. You stand back here today?
Yeah, I'm going to stay back here. But this is one of the nicest ones I've ever played. Yeah. And they're all nice, but this one...
It's true, yeah, they're all good.
This one is got the neck.
Something special.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Jen.
Can you close the door?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, close their door too. Sorry. He got flustered. Hold on.
Let's try some stuff. Just waiting for those doors to close.
All right, we're good.
Thank you, Brandon. Okay. up the neck, see what we get. Really cool guitar, plays all the way up the neck, sounds great. It's a 1958 J-185, Norm's favorite, one of our store favorites. You can check them all out at normsrareguitars.com and also on Instagram and Facebook. I'm your host, Michael Lemmo. See you soon.
Bye. That was amazing.
Yeah, really
Sounded
cool.
great.
Yeah, really special.